Hey Salceologists, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Angela. I'm a woman in STEM. I've been in the STEM industry for 15 years and I'm also a business owner. I'm the owner and founder of Salceology jewellery. If you want to check out my business stuff, I'll link it below. I am spending the weekend cleaning out my business storage room today. It's something I've been putting off for months because it's a big job. It takes a whole weekend. And considering it's going to take me the whole day, I thought I would vlog the whole process. As boring as it sounds, that is what I'm going to be doing the whole day. This is what my storage cupboard looks like right now. Stuff is everywhere. This was where I was packing orders, and just whenever I was pulling stuff out, it just became chaotic. It looks like an exorcism was conducted here, to be honest. So we must set up a station where we can pack orders, have some sort of organizational system, and just have everything readily accessible for when we pack orders in the future. All right, let's do it. Everything that needs to be thrown away is going to get thrown away in this orange bag. One of the reasons I have to do this as well is because we're preparing for the chaos that is Valentine's Day. It's one of our biggest days in sales, so we need to prepare for that. We've also got International Women and Girls in Science Day, which is February 11th, I think. That is another big day for us because we sell science jewelry. So one of the first things I started to do was organize our little Salceology pouches. When you purchase a piece of jewelry from me, you get a pouch free. It's kind of like a storage pouch that you can keep your jewelry in. And our pouches are custom designed with our brand name, but there's also a little flap in the middle there that allows you to separate pieces of jewelry so they don't get tangled or damaged. I'm very proud of that. I designed that. I needed to put them in some sort of container so that I could pull them out quickly. Again, because every order gets one. And I don't know if you can tell, but they get really dirty really easily with like dust and stuff. We have to Velcro roll the pouches. So I just did that before I started filming. We are running out of wax seals. So if you've ever ordered from us before, our packages have wax seals inside of them that seal the kind of tissue paper on the inside for a very nice unboxing experience. And our wax seals are hand stamped by me. So I don't know if you can see, but it's got our logo and our brand name on there. I melt the wax down myself. I put gold foil and then I add like a sticker thing at the back. And then we usually have lots of them, but I'm running out. So that's another thing on my to-do list. I have to make some more. So this is all the stuff that I use for my wax seals. These are our wax seal beads. I get ours off Amazon, but I think I'm gonna go back to my previous supplier because these ones smell really bad when they get melted. I light a candle underneath this to melt the wax, and the wax beads kind of go on this. It's a bit yuck. We kind of melt the wax on there under a candle flame. And this is our custom logo that I got made a very long time ago when we first launched our business. No clue what's happened to these. These are compostable mailer bags that we put our orders in. But because they're made of like a compostable material, they don't last very long. They're not made of plastic. When you keep them for too long, they get damaged and do weird stuff like this. I don't know how that happened, to be honest. Maybe these ones were a bit older, so we're gonna have to throw all of these away. But I've got some newer ones, so that's okay. Gonna make a pile, and one of these containers needs to be filled up with packaging supplies that are like an overflow. And then the other containers will need to have jewelry and stock in them that I sell. We've got some more. I think it was cheaper that I bought in bulk once, so that's why we've got so many. Very ambitious of me as a business owner. These are a bag of samples that I received from one of our manufacturers when I was designing packaging. So they were like different size packaging and different colors that I was playing around with. I just keep them in a bag because sometimes when I want to explore new packaging, I use the same manufacturer for them. I just kind of look through this bag and see like dimensions wise, efficiency wise, like which kind of packaging does the job. So I have like different types of pouches. I was deciding on different shapes, colors and designs before I chose the ones that I've got now. And we've also got different boxes as well. So I went through a few different designs before I decided to go with the ones that we've got, which I'll show you later. I actually initially wanted Salceology to have these types of boxes, like for the actual jewelry. Still exploring options. They're a bit more expensive because they've got magnets in them, but yeah, just thought I'd show you. I have a lot of tissue paper. When I started the business, I bought a bulk amount of tissue paper. I reckon it was like 500 sheets of paper that I'm still going through 4 years later. So the tissue paper came in bulk like that, like big, large sheets. And then I've had to cut them up. Some I used to stuff the boxes. So I kind of scrunch them up and use them as like stuffers for inside the jewelry packaging. And some of them I've hand cut into strips that fit perfectly in our boxes. Cutting up these strips takes ages. I really need to buy like a guillotine or something because I was hand cutting them with scissors. But yeah, got lots of those. Bought this bad boy from JB Hi-Fi. It's a light box that you can buy. It pops up like this. It's got a light at the top. And then you can line the inside with different backgrounds. So these are the backgrounds. It's like a photo box. So you can put your jewelry in there, whatever it is that you're selling, turn the light on and start taking photos of your pieces. Taking photos and video content of my jewelry is my least favorite thing to do in the business. It's so time consuming. And the amount of editing you have to do on the photos to make it look perfect, like it takes a lot of time. Sometimes the photos and the videos don't turn out well, but I have to take photos of some things that I'm adding to the collection, which I'll talk about in a second when I find those pieces. I might as well take this out because I need to use it. In this storeroom, we've actually got PowerPoints on the sides. We've got one here. So if I want to take photos in this room, I can. So when I place orders to have our pieces created, I quality check each batch every time they come into Australia. Unfortunately, many batches like these have something faulty or something wrong with them that I don't sell because it's not perfect, unfortunately. So you can imagine how much money and resources I waste to get these things made and then to quality check them, realizing that something is wrong with them means that I have to scratch them off my sales. So I'll open one up and show you an example. This is one of our caduceus pendants that is meant to go on a necklace. So I don't know if you can see it, but there's some scratches there. The fact that they've got scratches there and some scratches there means that I can't sell them for full price. I separate them into bags. So a lot of these things have something similar, like scratches and stuff that came to me like that. But I'm thinking I will put these on the website. Instead of paying full price for them, I will severely discount these pieces. These are for anyone who still loves the piece but is okay with the fact that it's not perfect. That's why they're called anomalies, because they kind of defy what's normal, but they add a bit of character, makes them a little bit different. So there's nothing wrong with the pendant. It functions. It still looks exactly how it's supposed to look. You can put it on a chain and everything else. It's just the fact that it's a bit scratched. These are some chains that I got as samples for when I was creating the necklaces in the first year of our launch. I ordered lots of chains to see what the designs look like. These were way too thick for the pendants They seemed a bit more masculine than what I wanted the design to be. But again, if they are sellable, I will put them on my website. Anything I need to take photos of for the website, I'll put it in this little container. Takeaway bags for the jewelry. I've got lots of them somewhere. I do need to unpack those and bring them out because I'm getting a lot more pickup orders than what I used to. Usually friends and family pick up my orders. I'm a bit afraid to start releasing that option to the general public because I live in an apartment complex. I'm very private with where I live. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Would you like a pickup option for jewelry? I'm so embarrassed that I found a tampon in this container. I don't know how that got there. Obviously it's not used, guys. Calm down. But yeah, no, we're gonna throw that. I need to throw this container anyway because she's damaged. But then again, aren't we all? Just kidding. Best thing my family ever bought me this Christmas was this trolley. I use this trolley for grocery shopping to get the groceries out of my car downstairs and put it in the lift. I use it to take garbage out. Like, it's freaking amazing. So we will put that there. These, I've got a backstory to these. Let me show you what they are. These are beautiful geodes. They're crystal quartz geodes. I've got purple ones. This kind of looks like a passion fruit color. And then I've got this beautiful crystal one, like these white ones. I had this idea the first Valentine's Day that we ever did for Salceology. And it was this idea where customers could buy, this is a beautiful one. Can you see it? Customers could buy a geode pair. So it was like one geode, which is one whole one together, like this one. These are what the geodes look like when they're whole, and ideally you're meant to cut them in half to reveal kind of like the crystal structure on the inside. So it comes with a pair of two halves, and you're meant to gift the other half to someone else. So we have these stands that you can purchase, and then you can put the crystal geode like that, and then it comes in two halves. So the idea was that you get one half, two halves, two of these stands, and you can gift the other half to someone. And because they're a perfect fit, it was kind of like this play on quantum theory. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of entanglement theory before. And it's this theory that two particles are connected to each other through time and space. And I had like cards and stuff to put in the boxes specifically designed for that campaign. And unfortunately, it never popped off. So I have a whole bunch of geodes and I don't know what to do with them. I might also put them back on the website, but for very cheap, so that people can purchase them. It was a play on quantum theory, but I don't think people understood it very well. So yeah, such a shame. I collect a lot of these baggies. These are what jewelry comes in when we receive them from overseas. Each individual piece of jewelry is put into plastic bags, and I like to keep them. We've got some random stuff in here. A sample of Jo Malone body and hand wash, pomegranate. Okay, keeping that. All this stuff was in my bedroom in my previous home, so yes, it's mixed with a whole bunch of crap that I just threw in there because I was like packing everything. I purchased a whole bunch of thank you cards when I first launched the business. These are just our back stock of cards. And I purchased a whole bunch of custom design jewelry cloths that you can clean your jewelry with. They can stay there. I have no clue what's in this one. Yeah. Here is more stuff. So this is where I have all of our bags, gift bags. These are our samples of our snapbacks that I was meant to sell on the website. Didn't have the time to put it on the website because I have to take photos of them first. And if you can see on the side, it's also got our logo. They need to be cleaned. And I'm thinking of launching them on the website pretty soon as a pre-order to gauge which designs are popular. And we will get them custom made. Do you guys like any of these designs? My favorite one is the stem baddie one and our logo one. I wanted to make it look like Ralph Lauren, kind of snap back with the logo right in the middle. I love this, but which one is your favorite? Let me know. One of our thank you cards went rogue, and our jewelry. Oh my God, so heavy. I started to purchase these clear drawers. They're from Kmart. Very beautiful. These are all our hexagon studs. These are our gold pairs. Our silver ones. And our rose gold ones. So they're kind of sorted according to color. These were the first pieces of jewelry I ever launched in the collection. Let's put out a few of these bigger ones and then store the rest. Take out a few of these because we are using lots of them now, so maybe we'll take out 10 of them. And the rest can go into storage. The most expensive aspect of my business when I first launched was my packaging. My packaging cost a few $1,000s when I got them made. When you are making packaging and sourcing them overseas, they don't really have small quantities a lot of the time, especially for boxes like these that are made really well. So I had like, I don't know if it was like 5,000 or 2,000 of these boxes made, and they got shipped to me in these boxes here. So as you can see, I still got heaps of them, and I reckon there's about 100 or something in each one. Our magnetic boxes usually look like this when they are, you know, folded properly, but when they ship to me, they are flat like this, and then you have to pull off all of these stickers, and then you have to kind of assemble them yourself. So when they're flat like this, it's really good because you can just have them in a container somewhere. But there is a lot of them. So let me figure out what to do with this. I'll put it back in this box. It's just I want them out so I can see what else needs to be taken out. So random. I got this from the National Museum in Canberra. They had like a Greek goddess or Greek history exhibit, and I got a few of these. I was using them for like as a display for when I was displaying the jewelry at my other home. This is the gold foil that I put in our stamps. I've been looking for this, so I'm glad I found it. This is another set of jewelry. This is where I keep our microscope jewelry. I stopped talking because a group of guys just walked past. I've got a lot of like very young male neighbors. They're very nice and polite, and they just kind of like did a double take because I was like filming in my storage cupboard. So awkward. Anyway, so these are our microscope pendants. Again, I bought like a clear drawer for them, and they're arranged in gold, silver, rose gold. I designed these pieces myself and got them made, and they were actually inspired by the microscope I used to use in the lab. So the old school ones. So we'll put that away. Some of these boxes that have been damaged that I can't use for orders, I use them as storage. And these are our cardiac earrings. I designed these myself as well. 3 years it took me. I've got so many vlogs on the process of this, and I was trying to figure out how to package them. It's anatomically correct, true to the anatomy of the human heart. There is nothing like it in the market because they're custom made by me. I always get a sample for myself to wear in videos to make content. I also wear them to work. I collect a lot of business cards from other businesses. They're scattered everywhere. I remember this business, they were at one of Melbourne's biggest art markets that they've got in the city. And I think this was the one where they were making cards, but these are the cards that they make. They make it by hand. So beautiful. Anyway, I need to check that out again. So I collect their business cards, and then they sort of get lost in these boxes. We'll keep all the magnetic boxes in its own box, considering that there's so many of them. So let's pile them up. Alright, we've Tetrised them, and we've got some more here. So let's combine them all. Oh, didn't realize I had more of these. See, this is why you got to clean up your storage room, because you find random crap. Right, we're keeping those. This is my Michael Jackson glove. It's what I use to pack orders with. I don't touch the jewelry with my actual hands because the jewelry can have fingerprints on them. So I use my Michael Jackson glove to pick up the jewelry and then put it in the box. I'm glad I found that because I've been looking for that too. Put that there. Lots of stickers. I bought these stickers off Amazon. It's what I use to seal our boxes. They're such the perfect size. Got a few stands for the geodes scattered everywhere. This is also another stand that you can put geodes on, or fossils. Just put them all there. I use them as displays for the business when I was displaying the jewelry. These are stands that I got from Amazon to display our earrings. Need to clean that. I've got 2 stands. These are also plastic stands as well, but they stand fossils and things. So when I find the container that's got the fossils in it, I released a collection a while ago with fossils in them, and these were the stands that you could get to stand them on. This is a container that I wanted to put thank you cards and stuff in it to sort it for packing orders. I need to figure out what to do with this, but for now I'll just put all of these in there. What's in this box? More tissue paper that I've cut up. Merch. My uncle in the Philippines is very good with textiles and fabrics. He makes his own bags and he gives them to us. He can replicate the designer bags by hand. So we asked him if he could make some sample merch for the business. So we've got a massive tote bag with Salceology on it that I use every day. This was a smaller one that he made for me, which is so cute. This is a jewelry stand. All our jewelry was on there. I got that from Spotlight. Got more geodes. Stickers. I got a whole bunch of stickers custom made. And some random stuff. Oh my god, my ID for the university. I was wondering where that was. I teach at a university, so I was looking for my ID. So these crystals were part of this archaeology collection that I had on the website. It was like a whole bunch of fossils and crystals that I was selling. And we've got this is a rose quartz skull. Very cute. And this is a very faded, oh my god, I forgot the name of this. I had to Google the name, but it's bismuth. This crystal is called bismuth. This is what bismuth crystal looks like when you heat it up. It has a different form before you heat it up, and when you do heat it up, it melts down and it creates this weird like geometric shape, and it changes into this rainbow color because it undergoes like an oxidation reaction. And each bismuth crystal looks so pretty and so unique. And so this piece never actually got sold, so I kept it. This is another piece of merch my uncle made. He made me a bum bag. I love it because I'm about to start a second business soon that involves chocolate, and I want to go to market stalls in Melbourne to start selling them once we get registered and have a license to sell food. And I thought this was perfect to have when I set up my market stall, because it's like my little bum bag with where I can take payment and stuff. It's so cute. So I might put all our merch and stuff in there. This is our little jewelry tower that's got the rest of our pieces. We've got our estrogen necklace. It's one of our best sellers in the business. It's in the shape of the estrogen molecule. We've got gold, silver, rose gold in there. We've got our chains. I use the same chains for all of our other pendants. So we've got gold, silver, rose gold. We are running out of gold, which is going to be a concern. Here are our fossils. They're almondite fossils, sorry. So these are stands for the fossils. Oh. So these were our fossils, and you can stand them up like that. This stand is a bit too big for this, but that's sort of how they're meant to be displayed. Never got sold in our collection, so I keep them now. Can you guys tell which color is the most popular? Our gold pieces are always the most popular. These are our Orion jewelry pieces. They're sterling silver with cubic zirconia. I released a galactic collection where it was featuring like space and astronomy. Sterling silver. These are sterling silver necklaces and bracelets from that collection. Hey Salceologists, it's me. Now, when I was filming this vlog on this particular day, I had every intention of just filming a cute little 20-minute video, nice and relaxing, call it a day, fix up our storeroom type of video. But this storeroom severely humbled me. A one-day job turned into a 3-day job, and I have 3 days worth of content that I filmed. So instead of a 20-minute video, this ended up being a 3-part series. So thank you for watching part 1 of this mini series. Please go ahead and watch part 2. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.